Well, good morning. It is June 17th, day 41 for me on the trail. We've left the K-Wood shelter. We did a brief climb, and now we're in a descent into Dalton, Massachusetts. I'm not going to stay long in Dalton. There's a coffee shop that is, I don't know, maybe a half a block from the trail. So we're going to try and stop and grab a coffee and maybe a breakfast sandwich and get back on the trail. Hike another, 9.5 miles to Cheshire, Massachusetts. Resupply for a few days. And then hike another, I think, 6-ish miles to a shelter. I think it's Mark Noepel. That name sounds right. Now, if we get to Cheshire and we're just not feeling that extra 6 miles, there is an option to camp in town. But kind of need to do those 6 miles today so we don't have to do them tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to be very hot and we've got to climb a mountain. So I'm going to try and get those 6 miles in today, make tomorrow a little bit easier. All right, as always, if I see something interesting, I will grab a picture or some video. And here's what the trail looks like right now. There's a blowdown right in the way. So we're gonna go up a little bit and try and get around it. All right, I'll see you later. Crossing the Housatonic River again. Looks like this one goes to a little spillway. That's funny. I don't know how many times we've crossed the Housatonic today in this trip. Get a little bit of a power line view. Not much, but it'll work. I did a bit of a climb, and we get a little bit of a view. Looks like we got a lake down there, and some ridges beyond. All right, well, it's it's about 6:30, but that's when things wind down. When 5 o'clock hits, it's like, all right, it's time to start making dinner, and getting ready, because 6:30 rolls around and tired. And I usually do this video, and then I edit things. I put everything together for the day, and then just sort of try to relax and get to sleep, because we're generally up, if we're doing some significant miles, we want to be up at about 4:30. We try to be at a camp by 5:40. These next few days, I saw just a brief headline. There's going to be record heat all throughout the Midwest up into the and this area, where we are up in New England. It's going to be hot. So we worked a little bit harder these past few days because, we saw the forecast too, and we knew it was coming. So these next few days, we can do not easier days, but fewer miles. There's no easy. There is no easy on this trail. I think the easiest miles I've had on this trail were on day one. After I crossed that bridge, it was a paved trail for about 2.5 miles. I think those were the easiest miles I've had so far. There's no easy miles on the trail, but there's fewer of them tomorrow and the next few days during this heat wave. So something cool is tomorrow we get to climb. So our campsite actually is, I don't know, maybe not maybe more than half, maybe about 2/3 of the way actually up the ascent for Greylock. So tomorrow morning, when it's still hopefully relatively cool, we finish the ascent up to Greylock. There's supposed to be some tower up there that we can go up, and so we should get some good views tomorrow because it's probably going to be clear, and it's I would assume sunny. And then go down off the mountain. We cross a road that's between two smaller towns. There's nothing else, nothing really close, but we might stop for lunch. We'll see how, what the timing is. And then just a few more miles to another shelter site. I think we're only planning on doing like 12 miles tomorrow, which, is a lot, but not as much as we've been doing. We did 16 something today. We did 18 yesterday. So 12 is nice, especially with the heat. During the resupply today, I bought some extra electrolytes because I sweat. I sweat a lot. And, with the climbs and even the descents, I sweat a lot. The descents sometimes are just as difficult as the climbs. And so, as you sweat, you lose those salts and you got to replenish them. I can tell when I haven't had enough electrolytes. You start, getting a little foggy. And, okay, it's time to stop, get some water, get some electrolytes in it, and drink. But overall, still doing okay. And, looking forward to tomorrow. All right, so as always, if you stuck through to the end, I appreciate it. And I will see you again tomorrow on the trail.